Hey everyone's joining. Today I'll be doing a Thanksgiving book tag. So I've noticed, like, from me doing all the book tags over the years, I did not do a Thanksgiving themed one, and I found one where Heather from Bookables have done this like once or twice on her channel. I'll link the video down below so you guys can check it out, and if I could find the original video, I'll link that down in the description. It's basically just a book tag about that has Thanksgiving related questions. So let's get to the book tag. So the first question is Bread, what is a book that is purely fluff and has no real plot line? I know that some people have said, like, a lot of romances have that, but the one that I can think of, I know it has a little bit of plot, but not really, which is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory, just because, like, with a lot of romances, it's predicting that the two main characters will end up together in the end anyway, so that's why I feel like a lot of romances don't have a lot of plot other than like oh, this person is going this and then they met someone kind of thing, so that's not much of a plot in my opinion, but I still enjoyed it either way. So the next question is Turkey, what book that made you want to fall asleep? I have trouble answering this one, to be honest with you, just because a lot of times, like, when a book is making me fall asleep, it's probably because I'm staying up too late and I'm reading, or, like, I don't know any book that I could think of that would make me fall asleep, but I don't know why I'm looking at all the books that I have not read yet behind me, but I have no idea what I would pick for that one, just because, like, unless it's like a book that I'm not really enjoying, I would say it's probably would make me want to fall asleep, but I can't think of a book for the answer to this question. So the next question is Gravy, what book makes the whole series worth reading? The one that I could think of is the book series that I've finished last year, which is the Stuck in Jack the Ripper series by Kerri Maniscalco. I know that after I read the first one, and reading the sequels after that was very worth reading to me, just because I love the characters, I love the plot of the story, and I'm just fell in love with the series over time, and I still love this series to this day, and it's very worth reading it, in my opinion, if you want to try to give Kerri Maniscalco a try. And the next question is Stuffing, what book is stuffed full of action scenes? The one that I can think of is a manga series that I absolutely love, which is Spy Family. I can't remember the author on top of my head, but I'll put the picture right here, and I know that that series has a lot of action-packed, and, like, yes, it's about a spy who was assigned to create a fake family, but with a lot of spy stuff, there's always action scenes, so yeah, I think this book series have a lot of action in it. Okay, so the next question is Mashed Potatoes, what book looked good, but then it wasn't? The one I could think of, I know that there were some books that were end up 3 or lower star rated read for me, and the one that I could think of, just because many people hyped about it all last year, which is Book of Night by Holly Black. I read, this is like the second book that I've read from her. I've read The Cruel Prince, which I did enjoy, but the sequel I didn't have to, just because I just didn't connect to characters like I used to, so I gave up the series for that reason, and that's why I did a video where I gave authors a second chance, and that was the one that was featured, and I thought it was going to be good, but with the mixed reviews, I was starting to agree with some people, and plus, I felt bored at the half the time, so yeah, I thought it was going to be good, but it wasn't, in my opinion. And the next question is Cranberries, what book has the sweetest romance? And the one that I could think of, just because, like, I've read a lot of romances that I think is the sweetest romance, but the one that I could think of is Get a Life of Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, just because Chloe wants to complete a certain goal, and of course Red, our main male character, was willing to help her out, so I just thought it was sweet for him to help her out to complete that list, and I just love this book so much that I want to continue on with the series, because I know it's each book is about different brown sisters. So yeah, I just think that this one is one of the sweetest ones I've read. And the next question is, Corn, what is the corniest book you've ever read? This one is kind of hard because I have not read a lot of books that I would consider corny. Like if I've read, all I could think of is books that I've read when I was a teenager that I would think is corny now, like Twilight and some of the other books that I've read in the past, like when I was in high school versus for me as an adult. But I can't think of a specific book that I would think is the corniest that I can remember, like from recently, but I don't have a specific answer for this one either. So the next question is, Green Beans, what book is too long and it needed to be shortened? That one's kind of pretty easy for me, even though I love this book from when I've read it, but I think it could have been shorter, which is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, just because it's very chunky and it's over 500 pages, and I do love this book, like I said, don't get me wrong, but I just wish it was shorter. I think it would have been better if it was like split into 2 books in my opinion, or like just at least 2 books, but that's the one that I could think of that I wish it would have been shortened, even though I love it so much. So the next question is, Pumpkin Pie, what book do you read to get out of a rain slump? This one's kind of tricky because I don't know what book specifically that got me out of the rain slump recently, but I know that usually when I am in a rain slump, I usually either read a romance, manga, or mystery or thriller, just because like I know they get me out of the rain slump. But with me being pregnant this year, it has been very difficult for me to get out of a rain slump, so it's like I try any book that I would think that I would like to get me out of the rain slump, but I don't know what book specifically that helped me get out of a rain slump. But all I could think of is Plum Crazy, which is a manga that I have up there. I can't get it right now, but I know that kind of got me out of the rain slump. But I think the one that really like made me like get out of the rain slump, which fantasy doesn't usually help me, but I do like fantasy, but not to help me get out of the rain slump, is Cinderella's Dead by Caitlin Barron. That helped, but other than that, I mostly gravitates towards romance, manga, or mystery thriller to help me get out of the rain slump. So the last question is, cat or dog, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food that you would steal from the table? Easy answer for me would be the turkey. I just love turkey, and I know I sometimes eat them in a sandwich, but I honestly wish that I would eat the regular turkey more often, just because like it helps, it gets me in a food coma, and I only been in a food coma like twice in my life. Like I had to skip breakfast the next day after Thanksgiving, but I think that I would steal that, and if possible, I would probably steal one of the bread rolls that my family usually use, or a biscuit sometimes they use, and I know I just love biscuits and bread rolls. But yeah, those are the 2 foods I could think of that I would steal from the table. So that's all for the Thanksgiving book tag. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you celebrate Thanksgiving, comment down below what's your favorite food that you eat for Thanksgiving, because I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!